Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video and welcome back to another endgame tactics video here on the channel. Now last week I said that I was doing 5. Now this is number 6, but I did say in the last couple of videos that if there was any formations that you wanted me to cover that I hadn't, then obviously that I would do that for you. So I've got video today which is the 4-4-2 and then we've got one more tomorrow, and then that is gonna definitely be it for tactics for this year, and then it's full steam ahead focus onto FIFA 23. So as I said, today we are looking at the 4-4-2. okay, so on screen you can see how it would line up if I use it, which it's not a formation that I've used loads this year, but I am very familiar with it. I've used it a lot in other years. I've done some online coaching for people that use it, so I'm still very familiar with it, but you can only play with so many yourself. So that's how it would line up for me in game, and get into the tactics and the player instructions themselves. Okay, right, so I think something I want to point out with this, right, because I do enjoy tactics in football generally and in FIFA and patterns of play, etc, etc. A lot of formations and tactics can be quite similar depending on how you play, and you might see quite a recurring theme in the tactics that I upload because it's the same pattern of play and the same way that you approach. It's just real small intricacies, to be honest, with the actual formation or little bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in really. Okay, so defensive style, balanced as always. Now the 4-4-2 is equal with 4-2-3-1 for me in terms of they are balanced formations. They're not negative. Equally, they're not ones that where you're on the front foot and you're taking the game to the opposition. Are nice and balanced. So of course, our defensive style is going to be balanced to echo those thoughts as well. Defensive width is always going to be narrow, okay? Always going to be narrow because we want to congest the middle part of the pitch. That's where most people like to attack, is through the middle. So we need bodies in there to make it really difficult for your opponent to break you down. Defensive depth 50. We don't want to go any deeper than that. We don't want to be a sitting duck. We don't really want to invite the pressure ever. Even if we're trying to see out a game, we don't want to do that. Offensively, of course, what did I just say? It's a very balanced formation. So build-up play, we are balanced, okay? And more than ever, this allows us the variation of going long, coming short, quick passes, slow passes, retain possession, one-touch passing, through balls, whatever it might be. Have that variation that is so key, and balanced allows us to have those different options basically. Chance creation, direct passing. Again, I said, you know, a common theme with these tactics, and I swear by direct passing. I really do, because for me that is what makes our forward players make the most intelligent forward runs. And yeah, for me it's an absolute must. I know a lot of you, when you've used some of the tactics that I've used, have said, oh, suddenly my players feel like they're moving. That's probably the reason why. Okay, build-up play with 4-4-2, so balanced obviously with the 4 defenders, 4 midfielders. Width 50, no need to muck about with it. Players in the box 6, 2 strikers, 4 midfielders, simple as that. Corners and free kicks I always have on 1 because I'm always just very wary and I hate conceding counter-attack goals basically. Okay, into the player instructions, guys. So it will not surprise you to hear that with the 2 centre backs are stay back while attacking. Of course they are. Also, the fullbacks are stay back while attacking. Now, normally I use the fullbacks a lot in terms of going forward, and normally in tactics videos I'll say to you, we still get them fullbacks involved very much, but more often than not we're looking at, we don't have a left midfielder or a right midfielder. This is probably one of the only formations where we have that. So yes, although there's no problem in getting the fullbacks involved, they're not able to get involved as much because the wingers are in the way. So we can still get them involved and take the ball up the field a little bit. Maybe if we've got the ball with Cancelo, we can trigger a run of Son, although direct passing will do that anyway. But yeah, they can still get involved and carry the ball, but they're not going to be as important than, say, if it was like a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-3-2-1, you know, where there's no width. And what I'm trying to say here is the fullbacks aren't relied on to produce the width. The wingers are. Okay, that's the difference here. So, into the two centre mids. Okay, now I'm going to repeat that. They're centre mids. Okay, they're not CDMs. All right. So they are pushed a little bit further up the pitch. So I think it's very important to have one of them on stay back while attacking. Just pick whoever's your more defensive, or if they're equal in defensive, think about who do I actually prefer in attacking positions. And for me, it's massively De Bruyne who I prefer in the attacking positions. So I'd have Paqueta on stay back while attacking. Obviously, importantly as well, always make sure that it's on cover centre as well. As we need to protect that middle part of the pitch. And the other CM will be on balance, because we want somebody getting involved with the attack. We don't want those two strikers to be isolated, to be quite honest with you. Okay, on to the two wingers. Now, they've both got the same instructions. And we've got them come back on defence. I'm going to reiterate something here. That's their defensive support instructions, okay? So it doesn't mean that they're not going to be there for attacks. It just means that when we're defending, they're going to tuck in, and you've got two banks of four, nice and narrow, which is going to make it difficult for your opponent to break you down. However, when we're attacking, they will be coming forward. They will be producing a nice bit of width. And you'll still have players in the middle because we've got the two strikers, and De Bruyne might float even into like a cam position. So we've kind of got the best of both worlds there, which is really nice. I think also having like Son and Messi, as you can see on screen now, with them bending those finesse shots, Messi from the right, Son from the left, which obviously finesse shots online are a really good way of scoring goals. That's a nice added ingredient to the formation as well, you know. If you're good at finesse shots, certainly something to think about. Up top, two strikers. I say this all the time, just like regular football. If I've got two strikers, I like one to come short, one to go long. Always pick the faster one of the two for getting behind. I've got Eusebio here getting behind. I need to get off my backside and get the icon moments. Just haven't got around to it yet. And then I'd have Cantona as the one to come short. So yeah, there we go, guys. That is the 4-4-2 tactics and player instructions. For me, really balanced, good formation. If you're somebody that doesn't overly attack or isn't completely negative, this is a really good formation for you. Will help you get more wins, and I hope that you enjoy the tactics. Guys, that is going to be it for today. Get in the comments, ask any questions, my opinion on something, whatever it is. Players, I'm here to help, it's not a problem. And drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So close to 4,000 subscribers now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.